What's up, wrestling fans? Tony Mango here, welcoming you to yet another edition of the Internet Wrestling Community Outreach portion of the Smark Moment Smack Talk podcast for the week. We're going to be starting things off the way that we normally do here with the Smark My Words, otherwise known as the fan-submitted comment of the week, and the winner this time is Eric Badger. I had put something out there on our Mega Maniacs Facebook group that I've been watching some WCW content on the network recently, just, background noise for me to fall asleep to and stuff like that. And something specific stood out to me that has always been something that kind of bugs me, but I, just very rarely ever think about it. The difference between the ring in WWE and the ring in WCW, because there's always been this popping sound with the WCW ring. And having it fresh on my mind, I figured I would ask you guys if anybody knew why that was the case, because for it to be something like maybe the wooden planks are different or, whatever the case may be, I don't know. So I figured maybe somebody out there knows. And Eric's suggestion was that they just put bubble wrap under the canvas. And you know what? At this point, when it comes to looking back at WCW, it's not quite TNA levels where I would think that TNA would literally do it. But, it's not the craziest thing in the world and all that, and it made me laugh. So, Eric, you get the whole heaping portion of nothing that people get when they win the comment of the week. And thank you to not only Eric, but everybody else who left comments on the different platforms that we have for you guys to voice your opinions, which are, of course, the YouTube comments, the Twitter, the Facebook group, so on and so forth. And if you don't know what that Facebook group is, head on over to facebook.com/groups/themegamaniacs. And that's where you're going to find our live talks for Raw, for SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT. If I think about it ahead of time, usually I forget. I'll admit that. Our pay-per-view talks, we'll be doing that again with Payback coming up this week. And we also just post random things throughout the week. So if that's where you want to have some fun with us, sign up for it. We'll add you in there, and then you can start posting and all that other kind of shit. Start sending in your questions for the mailbag for May, because that's going to be popping up over the next couple of weeks. And you can do so by tweeting at SmarkOutMoment with the hashtag mailbag, or better yet, you can leave an email through the contact form of the website. And whether it's a wrestling-related question or something completely unrelated to wrestling, if you want to pick our brains about something, ask us the question. More than likely, we're going to be answering it. If you're looking to help support Smark Out Moment to make us grow even better and stronger in the future, there's a couple things that you should be aware of. When it comes to monetary donations, you can donate money with the PayPal at the bottom of the smarkoutmoment.com, the YouTube fan funding module, or our Patreon account. Huge thanks to John Bruce for his donation from last week. We were talking about how YouTube might be kind of punishing wrestling websites and wrestling channels and all that other kind of content in the future. And I was not expecting anybody to jump on that or whatever. And John Bruce tossed out a big donation, and that's going to make a big difference for trying to, undo some of the damage that what YouTube and Google are going to be doing and all that. So major thanks to John Bruce on that one. One of our best, most supporters, not most supporters, that doesn't make any sense. One of our best supporters that has most helped us out. That's what I meant to say over the past couple of years. Another way that you guys can do things like that, if you have the spare change and you want to kind of toss a little bit our way, is if you want to get something out of it, then you can buy some t-shirts, you can buy some stickers or notebook covers and like a bunch of different weird types of merchandise. And you can do that with our Redbubble and our TeePublic shops. And we have 2 extra TeePublic shops. If you are more interested in random things, then you go to A Mango Tees. And if you're interested in more of the Fanboys related stuff, Fanboys Anonymous has one as well. So that's just where you can pick up some, maybe it's a Law & Order parody shirt that says Enzo and Cass, that kind of a thing. But whatever money that I get out of whatever those sales, it heads to the same direction anyway. So, keep that in mind. But obviously, there's ways that you guys can help us out that doesn't involve money whatsoever. And one of those is the Sign Me Up initiative. For that, all you got to do is when you go to a wrestling show, take a sign that says Smark Out Moment, flash it around, send me a picture of yourself holding it up, and I'll put it on the website. But most importantly out of everything is you can try to help us grow our social media accounts. And you can do that by retweeting and following us on Twitter, liking and sharing our posts on Facebook, giving all the YouTube videos a thumbs up, subscribing, obviously, if you haven't done that already. I don't know what you're waiting for on that one. Leaving your comments on the videos, because the more comments, the more discussion, the more that people will keep popping back up and that kind of thing, the more it shows up on YouTube as being an engaging type of video as well. And you can also share the website's articles and the videos and all the other kind of content like that on posts like Reddit and message boards and all throughout the internet like that, because anything that you guys do to get our name out there is going to be greatly appreciated. It all helps out quite a bit. And the same thing applies to Fanboys Anonymous, because if it's for one website, you might as well for the other one. They're all tied together. It's all my money and it's all my machinations in my brain. So that's the spot where I do my movie reviews and different things like that. We just did a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 audio commentary, because Volume 2 is going to be coming out soon. So reviews are going to be popping up when that ends up released on May 5th, I think it is. So stay tuned for that kind of thing. And if you want to geek out with me on that kind of stuff, head on over to fanboysanonymous.com, subscribe to that YouTube channel, follow the Facebook and Twitter accounts, and blah, blah, blah. You know, the same old kind of shit. And that brings us to the major topic of the video, the wrestling trivia question of the week, otherwise known as the Ask Him. Last week's question was about Booker T on the commentary team, because he's just temporarily replaced David Otunga, thank God. And I was having that in my mind. I was looking things up, and the question was, what other name did Booker T once commentate under the pseudonym of? Nobody got it correct. It was Black Snow, alongside Chet Lemon, who was Kevin Nash, in TNA in 2009. Wow, I really was going to say 2009. 2009. So I used to say in 2010, 2011, that kind of thing. 2009. Wow, that's dumb. So... yeah, nobody got it correct. And to be fair, if somebody would have asked me that and I hadn't already just looked it up, I wouldn't have had a clue anyway, so I don't blame you. But now, since this week, one of the topics for the hot tags was Tajiri being out of the WWE, I figured I'd look up a little bit about Tajiri. And the question for you guys for this week, which superstar did Tajiri both beat to win the WWE, well, at that time, WWF Light Heavyweight Championship, but he also lost the Light Heavyweight Championship too? Which superstar did he both beat to win it, and he lost it to? If you think you know the answer, you want to leave a guess, or you want to leave some other kind of comment with whatever else is on your mind, go ahead and do that in the comments below. Next week, I'll tell you the answer and ask you another question, and that's how the Ask Him works, right? We've been doing this for 282 episodes, damn near. So that's it for this week's edition of the IWC Outreach, everybody. I want to thank you all for listening, and I want to remind you to obviously hit that subscribe button and follow those Facebook and Twitter accounts on all the other kind of stuff that I mentioned before. Don't forget about that. Give this video a like. Follow us on the different platforms to know when the new videos are going to be coming out. And the next thing that you're going to be hearing from us is going to be the main event of the week. Well, one of the two main events, which is going to be our Payback predictions. Hopefully going to be recording that Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday night, but I'm not 100% positive. Kind of depends on who else I can get to join me on there, if I can get anybody else, because people's schedules are, you know, the way that they are. And then on Sunday night, we've got Payback. So, of course, we're going to be following that up with the Payback post-show review. And then, I don't know. So, oh, one more final thing while I'm at the very last second here. Go vote on the Sexiest Superstars tournament. The poll is up there for round 1 of the men's division and the women's division. So go ahead and do that. But that's it for now, everybody. This has been another Smark Out moment, and I'm being counted out.